Alright, so our first show match of the night is a E rank best of 3 show match on the map Captured Silence by Stylezerg. Let's start it off. And hope I don't mess this up. Okay, bottom left we have Wugsaw, that's how you pronounce the name, playing Terran. Wonderful green color. And on the top right, we have A-Bug, his name I like very much, playing Zerg, bright yellow. And someone has joined our voice chat.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Quark. How are you?
I also rated you. I'm doing okay. I played some bad StarCraft and then raided your channel, so hopefully we should get some good games going on.
I'm very honored that you would join us, and I'm sure you're being modest when you talk about your games being bad.
Nah, I lost every PvP I played.
I'm sure there were some victories there.
So, yeah, ZVT, nice. Which rank is this show match?
The map is called Captured Silence.
Sorry, and the rank of the players?
E rank, I'm sorry.
Okay, this map I think should be quite interesting because, as I recall, there's a it's not very easy to take a third gas. The natural is easy, but for the Zerg taking a third gas, he's either going to take one that's directly below his main, which is a very long way by the ground, or is it going to have to take the bottom or the top left, which is just hard to take and hold. So this is going to be, I think, all about whether or not the Zerg can secure his third gas, because although that's very important in all ZVTs, it's especially important on this map because this map is so hard to take it. Another thing that I recall about this map is that the entire bottom right is one giant island with like 4 different bases on it. So if anybody can actually take that, then they will be hugely ahead, but it's unlikely that they will. Terran can probably take it more easily because they build dropships naturally, but Zerg is going to be tricky to take it, and I don't know how well they know the map. If I were playing ZVT on this map, I would probably go for some kind of weird 2-base timing, like a Ling Lurker all in, just because it's going to be uncomfortable to try and play 3-base on this map. But we will see what happens. Looks like Terran's taking a quick command center. One interesting thing about this map also is the stacked up battle cruisers behind the naturals. So there's actually mineral only, the pocket expansion on the high ground behind the natural. And you have to destroy a lot of neutral buildings to get there. But at present, it's gives an area that you can do drop harass quite easily on. It's like playing on old school Lost Temple, where the like those builds are going to come back into style, like 1-base siege tank drop, that kind of shit.
You think so?
On this map, I mean, it's a weird map. You could do, if you go 1-base dropship rush, you can get the entire bottom right as well. But it looks like the Zerg is sending a drone towards top left, so that's the third gas he's going to go for, and he's going to go for probably a quick 3-base.
I don't know if you could go for a dropship play against 2-hatch though.
Rating Starvey.
2-hatch, no. I don't like this though. This base has, I think, 2 ramps up to it, and it's obviously a very long way from everyone. If he can hold this against like 8 Marines, 2 medics before Spire's even done, I would be very surprised. Like, it's so far from his base. There's 2 ramps. Just everything's working against the Zerg here. I think if this map is balanced, and I don't know if it is or not, but if it is balanced, it's balanced for a particular style of play. You can't just play it like any other map. And it looks like the Terran's grabbing 2 racks and gonna... Is that a bunker? I don't know if I like the bunker. Can you click on that? It's probably a depot. That should be a depot. He doesn't need a bunker there. Not against this. So yeah, I don't know how he's going to hold the top left. There are 2 ramps up to it. It's close to the Terran base. It's not a defensible position. We will see though. I also don't know how well the Terran knows the map. If I was playing this map, I think I would, as I said, just go for trying capping the 3rd base immediately, but I don't know if the Terran knows that the map is forcing you into that kind of style. Spy is halfway done. Terran's back. Terran's backs are idle. You don't want to see that. Okay, 2 medics now. Has he scanned top left? I mean, there's only 2 places the gas can be. It can be the one below the main, which it looks like he scanned, and the top left. Come on, push top left.
Yeah, it would seem like it'd be easy for the Terran to get, but I guess if he doesn't scout it, Zerg will be at a significant advantage. Maybe
Well,
he'll
will be just like a normal build. It's like that's taking it's like taking your expansion on Eclipse. It's a regular. Actually, shit, it's a double gas.
No, it's a double gas, yeah. So if he just goes, if he holds it, he can like, well, I
Yeah, he
don't
doesn't
know
need
if
to
he's
ever
like
expand
gonna
again
try
if he
to
holds
skip
it.
lurker or something. Maybe he'll do something crazy and go straight into hive.
Yeah, if he holds it, shit, double gas. He has all the bases he will ever need. I just it's a weird one.
Yeah, the close third below the main is definitely a lot easier for Zerg to hold. It's basically impossible for Terran to break with that bridge.
Well, I mean, a bridge is less difficult than a ramp. You're still if he gets sunk into mutas, he can hold it, but it's still going to be tough.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
No turrets. I think, yeah, Zerg is at a huge advantage here.
Yeah, it's question is whether Terran's ever played this map before. Oh, he's walled off the behind his middle line. That's going to make life very difficult for him.
Well, it should, but it seems like it hasn't so far. A little bit of misplay with the mutas there.
Yeah, because the way Terran set that up, he could just bounce. Zerg could just bounce off the SCVs forever without actually getting him in range.
Yeah, exactly. In a pro game, that would be like instantly over.
Yeah,
be worth leaving just right then and there.
Was that a scan at the top left, or I think right? That was a scan at 3 o'clock again.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't. He doesn't seem to know exactly where the bases are because his scan was a little bit off too.
Yeah, I mean it's probably the first time he's played it.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't play this map unless you were in a Showmatch on Think Quick, in which case you would be playing it for the first time in the first game.
The Zerg might just like go into Guardians here. He's like not doing anything with his mutas. It's kind of weird how he has them just positioned behind the natural there.
Yeah, in terms of eco, I mean, Terran's in a fine shape. He's got 42 STVs to 26 drones. He's building his marines. I wouldn't be super surprised if he went for like a bust against the main, or the natural. Although they're going to be lurkers there now, I guess.
Well, what the Terran doesn't know is that he could just kill him. The Zerg doesn't have anything. Oh, that marine blocking the small bridge.
What a skinny ramp.
Yeah, it's a weird map to play on. You've got to go all the way to the bottom right to cross the giant bridge and then come back up. Because if you cross the narrow bridge, you get torn to pieces.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like Terran is just sitting and pretty much like missed his window of opportunity. Now the
Terran thinks it's 2 base Zerg.
Yeah.
Terran's like, yeah, okay, I'm good. I don't need to have attack. I can just wait this one out.
Yeah. But it seemed like for a second, because there were only like 5 mutas, or what is it, 6 mutas, and they weren't really well microed, it seems like Terran could have just like ran across the map, forced even more sunkens, and then if he scouts the third, it's just like game over.
I would like to see 7 barracks from Terran right now because his SCV macro is really good. However, he is not adapting to the. He's not building the barracks to compensate. It's
Yeah.
if you're going like pure bio, it's very easy to have minerals run up because barracks is they don't spend a lot of money and they build units so quickly that idle a lot of the time. You got to overmake barracks. I see so often Terrans just sitting on 5 or 6 barracks and 2 base, and they can stop paying attention for a second and float 1,000 minerals.
Well, did he build a third CC? Because his minerals
Yeah, on the high
drop.
ground, I would say that's probably
Yeah.
how strategy on the high ground there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's
And
going for the macro game.
And he knows about the Fergate base now. He's got to know about it. Although
Yeah.
I don't know if he knows it's a double gas. I think once he finds out the Zerg has 4 gas already, he's going to be sad. Because 4 gas Zerg is not an easy game. His science vessel's on time. That's good.
I mean, I don't like the idea of playing a macro game against Zerg in general. So.
But E-rank Defiler control might not be what you'd expect. Or might be exactly what you'd expect. But
Right.
It's I mean, yeah, under normal conditions, when you run into a late game against Zerg and they have 4 gas, there's just no way. But
yeah, exactly.
this game, he looks like getting Defiler Mount and Ultimus Cavern, so we're going. I think. Is he getting? Does he? I think that might be his first Evo chamber. In which case, I don't know that these Ultras are going to do what he wants them to. Because he's not going to have the armor. If you want to go for a quick double gas expansion into 4 gas Ultalisk, you take an Evo chamber on like your lair tech. You've got +1 armor done by now. You're getting you're rushing to your Ultalisk armor. Whereas this game, the Terran's been rushing his upgrades, and he's I think considerably ahead on them.
Another CC. I wonder. That one's positioning is weird because there's no close mineral patch for it.
No, you can just fly it to the bottom right though. The bottom right is an island with 3 expansions on it.
Okay.
Like if you take the bottom right, then you can just live there. It's not like an island expansion. It's an island map that's just adjacent to the regular map.
Okay, so you can just like take. How many bases are on there? 3 or?
There's 3 bases and lots of room for buildings.
Okay.
Zerg has built a wave of Mutalisk, but he doesn't appear to be going for Greater Spire, which is confusing. Like, he's building a wave of Mutalisk after the vessels are already out.
Yeah, well, I mean...
he thinks there's a Minoloni that's going to be taken, but that's not where Terran's going.
Yeah, he basically has to go Greater Spire, or else the Mutalisks are just a total waste, right? Because
I think they might be a total waste.
Why is that?
Well,
because he can't use them against Bio at this point. The Bio's upgraded.
Yeah, but not only that is that he didn't really show any Muta micro to begin with. I mean, there's like a school of thought as well that you shouldn't really even get Mutalisk until S rank, really, but it's a whole nother thing.
This could be effective. That's a nice pick up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the Terran has double starport. He's gonna amass vessels. He can just sit here with his vessel count going up and start irradiating, and every like 30 seconds he'll get a free kill.
True, but I think that this is like not the worst situation for Zerg though, especially since like one plague and 1 dark swarm and he can be right back in the lead, and also he's got like 4 gas, so he's not gonna have any shortage of hive tech units.
Yeah, a good gas on a good Zerg on 4 gas is going to be extremely effective here, but I don't know if this Zerg's going to be able to get it done the way he wants to.
Yeah, see, like if he even had 2 lurkers there, that entire marine medic ball would have been dead. But there's only 1 lurker burrowed, so because the reaction was not on time.
We're seeing the Terran has struggled with macro, which is what we expected.
Yeah.
He's, I think, still on the same max he was, but he's gained another base, and he's got another base coming after that. So yeah, we're gonna see. I think he ought to have like, I don't know, 12 racks, but he's probably on 6.
Yeah, well, that's the thing
And he's
with
got
high
double
five,
eBay too,
right?
and he doesn't have his armor upgrade coming.
Like the multitask of this is why I don't particularly like late game against Zerg, especially like in lower ranks, is that the multitask isn't there, and the punish for Terran is just so much worse. Like if you miss your Marine medic move out, if you like move them into lurkers, it's just game over.
Yeah, I mean,
And
we're seeing now that Terran is just he's losing units all over the map to Ultralists, and it's not that the Ultralists are that powerful, it's just that he hasn't been building any units. He should have like
yeah,
100 supply of meter medic.
Something.
no upgrades and no Dark Swarm, no Zerglings.
Oh, that's
and
catastrophic.
Oh yeah, that's over. That's
Womp. GG.
yeah.
I mean,
that's impossible.
he's
to come
got
back from.
3,000 minerals. He can. Is he not mining?
He has no gas
there?
though. It doesn't matter. The vessels cost so much gas. Like with no gas to replace them, he's in a world of hurt.
He's got a command center at the bottom right. If he lands that command center, he can just take his island.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I suppose he doesn't have to be too afraid of mutas, but I mean, once the Zerg takes the whole map, I think it's pretty hard to hold anything.
Well, if he had 90 Marines right now, I'd be feeling good about his position. He has the money for 90 Marines.
Yeah, this is true.
And we're seeing the impact of the Zerg not rushing his +1 armor. Like these Marines are gunning down ultimates. You look at that and think, well, that's not what this looks like. What this looks like is a bunch of Marines just shining a flashlight at the ultimates and hoping for the best. Normally how this is meant to go.
So why isn't he building tanks though? Or
I don't know if he knows about tanks.
they just don't exist.
Yeah, I think, and yeah, this. I think if you're playing ZVT at this level, you just need to assume if the Zerg gets a third base, the game is just the game is really hard from there. Especially if it's a double gas third base. Like the multitask difference is.
Yeah, I mean, we've got money for over 100 Marines right now, and he's making 1 Marine. You look at his production tab at the top left, there is 1 Marine building. Like, what happened to the other 100? 110 he can do now.
Yeah, and don't forget, if there was 1 Defiler with that army, he takes 0 losses there. So.
Okay, he's landed his command center in the bottom right, so we're back on the command center, but there were 0 Marines building, now there are 4 Marines building. 8 Marines building, okay.
He needs to build some SUVs in the bottom right. I think that's a bit more important than the comp stat at this point. But then again, he does have 4,000 minerals, so.
I don't know. I'm more worried about the Ultralisks. He's just kind of tickling them.
Ultras can't fly.
It's true. I checked. That's definitely a true statement.
Just mass Valkyries and hold the bottom right.
You're also cruel.
Well, what would happen if Terran got like 20 Valkyries and like 10 vessels and the bottom right of the map?
What if we made a show match just like that?
Like, the thing is, even if the Zerg takes the entire map, I don't know if they can break it. Like, can Zerg actually break Valkyries with, like, Scourge and Muta?
Plague.
Yeah, but he can't get the Defilers into position.
Terran has spent like 1,500 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a good army now. It's not all fighting.
I don't know about that army. 1 second. See what happens. Oh, that Lurker's not bowed. Okay, we're good. As long as the Lurkers don't bow, we're fine.
Yeah. There they go. But yeah, he's still got a lot of Marines at home. But like,
he didn't keep up his upgrades. So if he was still like 2 attack upgrades above the ultra armor, I would feel a lot better about this. But he hasn't kept up his upgrades, and he has 1 Marine building, just 1. I don't know if that Marine's going to make the difference.
I think, Yeah, taking the double gas was definitely the correct play this game.
I mean, it was unholdable, but if the Terran doesn't attack it, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to rely on that, you can take any base you wanted.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
just so
down to the Zerg
surprised.
natural.
Terran
yeah,
hasn't tapped out. Oh, there he goes.
there it is.
Not even a GG. Just leaves.
I mean, what would you do if the Zerg just snuck a double gas expansion at the start?
So game
Just
one
rage
goes
quit.
to APEC.
That actually happens a lot in my ladder games. That like every other game, there's a hidden expansion. Whether it's Terrans or Protoss, they all do it. And I'm so bad at scouting them.
Is this best of 3 or best of 5?
This one is a best of 3. Thank you for joining me, Quark, Starvey, and is this Discord?
Though I guess the difference being in ZVT or TVZ, the entire point of the matchup is finding the third base.
Yeah,
So
you got to deny it.
yeah.
If you miss the timing, then you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So if like the entire matchup revolves around finding the third base, then like hidden bases should be less effective because that's like your only objective is Terran.
Yeah, if you see the Zerg on 2 base, you think, well, either I've won, or there's a hidden base. You have to check for a hidden base. There's no downside
Yeah.
to checking.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't lose to the same thing twice.
Well, we'll see.
He shouldn't lose to, like, he shouldn't just not scout it twice, is what I'm saying. Like,
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. He definitely had enough to break the Zerg there. Part of it is like I think you're probably right that he just like assessed the situation and he's like, oh, I think I've won here because it's like 2 base against 2 base, and all I
yeah,
have to do is
he
sit
kept
outside
scanning
the
3 o'clock and not finding it.
Yeah.
And you think that if he keeps scanning that base and then he just positions outside the Zerg natural, that's what you do if you believe it's 2 base against 2 base. That's how you play that situation. So yeah, it makes sense that he was confused where the Zerg bird was. I didn't like the bunker. I think that had he skipped the bunker and just had a depot there with his marines behind it, he would have been in a better position to push out and deny the third. I guess that like an E-rank building a bunker is probably never a bad idea.
I don't think it's a bad idea because he had enough for like he had enough to deny the third and maybe even like kill the natural for a good minute. So it's like it's not like he was he didn't have a long enough time window to strike. It's just that he didn't know that he had to go.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it in terms of like the most optimized like timing possible. But
Yeah.
I think at E-rank you can afford to build a bunker.
Right, exactly. And the issue is like if you don't build a bunker, you're just gonna lose to Lings because they're gonna scout that you don't have a bunker and they're not gonna build anything else.
It's a whole different meta.
Indeed. Here we go. 2 gas. Hidden base instead of the natural.
Man
I think
knows what
this
he's
is a bit
doing.
early.
Yeah, just
but-
straight to the top left. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck it, it's a 2 gas. You don't even need to take your natural at this point. You already have 3 gases.
I mean, I guess he learned from Flash that game on Benzene. That was a ZVZ.
Yeah. I think it's just, he goes, yeah, I can go 2 base Zerg on this map and I'll be fine. I don't even need to take a... As long as the 2 bases have 3 gas between them, 2 base Zerg is perfectly legit. I can just go 2 base Muta.
Yeah, well, I think he's going to take his natural. I just hope that the Terran actually kind of sees what's going on this game, because it's the exact same thing as last time. Sure, the third base is a little bit faster, but
yeah,
I mean, the natural
he's
is...
got to know what's going on, because there's a hatchery missing, is the thing.
Yeah.
You look at this and go, okay, well, this is overpool. Overpool gives you a hatchery around like 2 minutes to 5, 2 minutes 10 at the latest. If there's no hatchery, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, but he hasn't been in the main in some time with that SCV, right? Like he went
So
down the ramp.
So that hatchery in the main, you think?
Well, I think he's gonna expect.
What's going on with those SCVs?
He's blocking. He expects cheese. He does not expect a hidden third. I mean a hidden base. So he's expecting a fast lair. He's thinking it's probably 1 base. We'll probably see him put down like an extra bunker at the front or something, like unless he actually scouts this. But he's
misjudged
losing a
it
lot of
badly.
mining time.
Yeah, this is like misjudged it very badly.
Yeah.
He's got to think there's 2 hatch in the main, and 2 hatch in the main could conceivably be a all-in.
Yeah, but like every time, basically, like, cause I've tried my hand at some Terran at this rank because my Terran is absolutely awful. And the first thing that I think when I don't see a natural, if I can't get up the ramp, I'm thinking lurkers, because like I never think it's a hidden second expansion because that doesn't really make much sense. And lurker all-ins are so common at this level.
I don't know, it's...
The ramp is awful.
Yes,
The
you
bridge.
look at-
The bridge,
I
I'm
hate
sorry.
the bridge, yeah.
You look at this and think, okay, it's in everybody knows what time the overpool hatchery is.
See,
And because
he
it's
oh my, he saw the hydras and now he thinks it's lurkers even more. He just got confirmation on the wrong
but
idea.
it is lurkers. The problem is that it's
Yeah.
2 base lurkers, not 1 base lurkers. Although
Yeah.
SCV's on its way, SCV knows.
Does he?
Yeah,
There
he's
we
worked
go.
it out. Yep,
Oh.
it's 2 base lurkers, but it's 2 base lurkers with rather more
Yeah.
gas
But
than you would expect.
yeah. 2 base lurkers is actually okay at this level. Because we saw the mutas in game 1.
Yeah, especially given that he never needs to take a 3rd base.
Do you think he's going to run the same strat that he did last game?
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably go lurkers, and if he can't bust, like, he's probably going to try to go for a bust here, right? Because this is a lot of hydras, and they're
And he
quite
doesn't need
far
to
up.
bust the bunkers. If he can bust the NORAD, that might
Yeah,
work.
that's true. If he
I
could
don't
bust
know.
up that
Let's look
ramp.
at how the natural. Yeah, do they have enough range? I think they do.
Yeah, I think they have enough range for some of the mineral patches. It becomes really annoying, just the top mineral patches, but I think that's enough.
Well, I don't know about this timing. There's 5 lurkers building. I don't know about this timing at all.
Yeah.
I mean, rather, I
dear.
do know about this timing, and I don't like it. It's not that I don't have an opinion. It's that I'm definitely sure what my opinion is.
Yes, I've seen this film before. He might kill the base though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
He'll lose his natural. But
yeah, he can't hold his natural. He doesn't even have moon range. So I mean, I don't even see the bunkers doing anything here.
This is over. Like, there's 1 marine there, 2 marines now. They're going to the main, on top of the barracks. Oh my god.
He can just pick up everything and fly to the bottom right. If he kills top left, he can legitimately pick up everything and fly to the island.
Yeah, that could work. Though I think Sir could still get mutas in time to punish. Because like he wouldn't have any marines, he doesn't have an eBay. I think that Zerg
Yeah,
could
you'd want to
definitely-
send an SUV to the bottom right to build a Vax over there.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have to immediately get an eBay started so that you can at least get some anti-air, so that he can't come and find you at the bottom right.
He doesn't have marine range, unfortunately. Oh, Zerg's getting dropped by the look of it. Is that drop? That's drop. From the look at the picture, trying to work out what it is, but that looks like drop to me.
God.
If he gets dropped, then there's...
no, that's not drop. That's the Overlord sight range, isn't it?
Nobody gets Overlord sight range.
Yeah, but the drop is like a different shape. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's
I mean, I believe that it's not drop. It's just you look at it and think, well, why wouldn't it? What else could it be? Okay, well, it looks like Zerg is unbeatable on this map.